Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's Ustad Rehan with the Sanad Trust Foundation and the Sanad Prep Learning Center. I'm humbled and honored to be here on behalf of both the organization and the school. We're here with our students and our staff every Thursday morning live on our Facebook page and on YouTube. But we do the morning assembly every morning. And alhamdulillah, we've been doing it for since the first day that we started Sunnah Prep and inshallah through to the last day. But it serves as a reminder for us and as a way for us to center our intention, not just for the students, but also for the staff and all of the adults that work with us as well. So with that, inshallah, we'll begin our morning assembly the way that we've traditionally began it by reading the intention of Imam Abdullah ibn Alawi al-Haddad. And what Imam Haddad has done in this intention that we read is that he's included in just a few words and something very easy to memorize, a really comprehensive intention. And what he mentions, I'll give the a general translation now. After beginning in the name of Allah, praising Allah, and sending salawat on the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he mentions the comprehensive intentions of seeking knowledge, which are generally to seek knowledge, to learn and to teach, to be reminded, through the knowledge and to remind others, to be benefited by the knowledge and benefit others, to be served by the knowledge and to be then in the service of others, to call humanity to guidance and direct them to everything that is good, including our own selves, directing ourselves to what's good and doing all of this for the reward, the pleasure, the proximity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's generally what we'll be reading in our intention. And then you can add your own beneficial intention. Perhaps you want to include the benefit of a loved one that have passed away, or that you intend to learn to benefit your children or your parents, something in addition, inshallah. But with that, let's begin. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد نويت تعلم وتعليم وتذكر وتذكير ونفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على تمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم ودعاء إلى الهدى والدلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى. So, alhamdulillah, what we try to do in these Thursday live stream assemblies is do a reminder and kind of a summary of some of the things that we've been talking about in the morning assembly throughout the week or in our classes at some point. And so, before I share some thoughts on what we've been talking about, I want to just make a very important announcement with regards to Center Trust Foundation and an excellent program that's happening this Sunday. If you live in South Florida, really, if you live anywhere in Florida, it's possible for you to attend. And even outside of Florida, if you want to make a road trip. But on Sunday, which would be February 29th, I believe, February 27th, we're having a road trip. The Sunnah Trust Foundation is doing a road trip to Jonathan Dickinson State Park, which is near Jupiter, Florida, and we will be there from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to be having a Senate Prep Village Day where some of our students and their parents and families will be there. We're also doing, more importantly and more generally for the community, the Neighborhood Halakha. And the Neighborhood Halakha is a wonderful event for the entire family. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a halakha for the entire neighborhood, whereas typically halakas are either for women or for men or for children. This is a halakha for the entire neighborhood, for the entire family, for the entire community. Children are welcome, teenagers are welcome, young adults, professionals, singles, mothers, fathers, parents, you're all welcome. And inshallah, we'll have something of benefit for everyone. And then we'll have a lot of free time there in the park as well. We'll have hiking, we'll have biking, activities for children. You're asked to bring your own lunch. Every family will have their own picnic table, so everything will still be done very responsibly in light of the COVID. And I really hope that you'll attend. If you want to attend, you must register. You can go to sanatrust.org/Hood Halakha, HOODHALAQA, inshallah. And there will be more information there There's very limited seating and limited tickets available, so please, inshallah, consider joining with your family, with your friends, and you're invited from all of us, inshallah, to join us. Having said that, I do want to just end quickly with our reminder. And what we've been honored to do throughout this month is we've done a reflection on Black History Month. And we've taken our time to cover a few things. It's impossible to cover everything that's significant, but alhamdulillah, every year we take our time to focus on a couple of things in the month of February. And I want to actually include something that we were reminding our high school students about in their in their sacred sciences class, and which is also an after school class. So, what we reminded our students about throughout the month, and most recently this past week, is that there is no Islamic history, in fact, without a history of Africa, and brown skinned Africans, not Arab Africans, but black and brown skinned Africans, and also African Americans. And it's really important that we be very honest and emphasize this fact over and over and over again, as long as it takes for anyone that wants to learn anything about Islam, including children. And the reason why is that there is a history in the world, in every culture, and including obviously in the United States, but even in our Islamic communities or Muslim communities, this kind of passive and sometimes not so passive racism creeps in. And we need to make a valiant effort and a sincere effort and a very intentional effort to ensure that those things don't take root in our children, in our students, and in the next generation. Every generation, we should have less and less of that. And one of the ways that we can try is that we make it very, very clear in our own hearts, first and foremost, and then in the hearts of Muslim students and Muslim youth and Muslim children, that is, Islamic history must include African history. And there's no denial of that. Throughout this month, alhamdulillah, we've been honored to talk about the mountains of people who were critical to the preservation of Islam and the propagation of Islam and the safety and security of Muslims and the Prophet ﷺ in the very early days of Islam. You know their names as well as I do. We've talked about Bilal radiallahu anhu, we've talked about Baraka radiallahu anha, we've talked about Najashi radiallahu anhu, we talked about these incredible Sahaba, and then when we look at more modern times in US history, we've talked about Malik al-Shabazz, we talked about Muhammad Ali, talked about these important people, and there were men and women, and there are many that we didn't mention as well, unfortunately. But our Islamic history includes this history, and so every month, at minimum, in the month of February, we should make it an effort to really remind ourselves and our students and every Muslim youth about the importance and the contribution of African Muslims and African American Muslims, that without which we would not be able to have our deen in the way that we know it today. And that continue on to today. We have great scholars, contemporary scholars from the African American community that not only are here in America, but we have traditional scholarship that continues to exist in our African countries. Alhamdulillah, we've been honored to benefit from many of them, sit at their feet. One of our teachers was from the Comoros Islands, on the east coast of Africa. So we have Imam Zaid Shakir here and others. So let us continue to be very honest about the history that African Muslims have played and African American Muslims have played in the past, and that they continue to play today, most importantly. And let's not also teach this history as like an ancient or a bygone era. Their contributions and their history continues until today. And last but not least, this is should be easy to do when we're reminded about one of the inward qualities of the Muslim is that he or she reflects. And this is something that we were learning from the Book of Assistance that we're reading with our high school students, where Imam Haddad devotes an entire chapter on reflection. And he gives us like example after example on how we can reflect and the things that we can reflect upon. And one of them are these things that we've mentioned, is our history, our shared history, our Islamic history, the sacrifices that people have made before us in order to preserve our deen in the way that we're able to practice it and understand it today. And so let us take a moment, inshallah, to have that reflection. And Imam Haddad says every day, we should have a moment of sincere, focused contemplation. So let us have that, inshallah, at least in this month, if not every day of this month and every day of our life. Reflect on these really important things, and inshallah help our young people, our students, and our children reflect as well. So with that, inshallah, I just want to remind you of the invitation that you have to the neighborhood halaqah this Sunday, February 27th at Jonathan Dickinson Park, which is near the city of Jupiter, Florida. You are welcome to come with your families and friends. Everyone is welcome. You have to register. You can register at sanatrust.org/hood halaqah, and you'll get some more information there as well. It's bring your own lunch, but we'll provide everything else, inshallah. The good company, the beneficial reminder. We read the Ratib of Imam al Haddad there, so there will be a dua that we'll make together and dhikr that we'll make together. And then we'll have outdoor activities as well, inshallah. And then the reminder that we offered today in the morning assembly, which is something that we've been reminding our students about, is just the importance of the history of Africa in relation to Islamic history, and the history of African Americans in relation to our Islamic history, and the important contributions that they made and continue to make through today, for our deen and for our Islam, for our living Islam. And then finally, the importance of reflecting on these things regularly, if not daily. These things that we've mentioned with regards to Black History Month, but also just generally reflecting on Allah's creation, reflecting on the important people in our life, the important people who have sacrificed for many of the beneficial things that we have today in our life, and our own intention and our purpose and our objectives in life as well. So, inshallah, we appreciate all of you. We ask for your dua and your support. Please visit our website to learn more about the work that we do for our community and for the Ummah in North America as well, and the different programs that we have both on the ground and online. And if you're motivated and inspired to support through a donation, you can do that at the website as well, inshallah. We make dua for you to have a beneficial day with you and your families, wherever you may be, that Allah increase you in knowledge and increase you in benefit for others and everyone around you as well. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa